Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and hit the bell icon and set your notifications to all, that way you never miss a future upload. Today we're going to be talking about Swoop calling out Glam and Gore for a bunch of stuff that she has said and done in her past. Now if you haven't seen my previous video titled Jeffree Star's Single and Suing, I will link that in a card up over here, as well as down in the description box down below, so definitely make sure you go and check that out as well. Alright, let's go ahead and get on into it. Now, if you haven't seen Swoop's video, I highly recommend that you go and watch it. I know it's a long video, it's an hour long, but she addresses a lot of issues that she's had with Mykie in the past, and I think it's best you hear her feelings about that situation from her, so definitely make sure you go and check out her video. I will have it linked down below. Now, this video is going to be extremely screenshot heavy because there's a lot of screenshots from her video that I'm going to include, so go ahead and sit back and I will read out all those screenshots for you so you don't have to. Alright, let's go ahead and get on into it. Like I said, there is a lot of screenshots. Mykie shared a screenshot of Norvina's Instagram and said, "What is she doing with her face? Like, obviously do what you want to your own face, but that honestly scared me scrolling past it. It makes me wonder if she has any clue how far she's gone." Mykie then sent a message that says, "I hate YouTubers," and then sent a picture of Tana Mojo. Swoop replied by saying, "I need a triggered warning before that mess slides through." Mykie replies by saying, that parenthetical makes me want to vomit. Not that, it's true, but she thinks it's cute to brag." Mykie then shared a screenshot of James Charles' tweets that reads, "I can't even tell you how many YouTubers declined collabing because of my scandals or because I was a smaller channel, but now ask me to film now that my numbers are strong. So many. It's not a followers thing, it's a respect thing. Not interested anymore. Sorry." Mykie then follows that up by saying, "This coming from a small influencer kid that I met at BeautyCon in a group of people and said he gave zero about speaking to me until he saw a brand bring a bag of free things over to me. Then suddenly he lit up like I was interesting to him. How badly I wanted to say that." Mykie sent a message that said, "Please read the ironic caption and then explain to me why she has no belly button," and then shared a picture of Gabby Hanna. And then sent another message saying, "What is she, Kyle XY?" And then talking about James Charles, Swoop said, "Such slime." Mykie replied back saying, "How does he not get called out for this?" Swoop replied back by saying, "And now you gotta take from a child? The kid didn't even go there to film. He just got asked to sing and Walmart posted the clip first." Mykie replied by saying, "Well, it's clear he wasn't being shy, and it was a recreation since he tagged Walmart. But it's that half acknowledgement, 'cause he's too immature to give credit to a kid. He'd sooner credit a company like Walmart than the boy." Swoop replied by saying, "Exactly. The kid got 2 million IG followers from it. James is probably jealous." Mykie then sends another message and says, "It's tough because from my perspective, I feel like you won't get handed, right now, on YouTube specifically, unless you're a minority or in some sense the word, be it anything but white, or part of the community." Mykie sends another message that says, "But everyone else on YouTube has pushed in recent years after the era of the Tyler Oakleys and Joey Graceffa has been a minority, or not straight." Mykie then sends another message that says, "I'm just saying, to be honest, it's tough for me to weigh in with practical advice there because from my own perspective I feel the same from the opposite side. Where look at the two most controversial ever beauty gurus growing rapidly." And she's talking about the success of James Charles and Jeffree Star. And she followed that up by saying, "One of whom does content no better or more clever than my own and has less talent and does less of the work himself." And follows that up by saying, and he still succeeds most likely because the difference is they are both men." Swoop then replies by saying, "I kinda wish, but the overwhelming majority of successful and largely pushed creators are still white. Still it's predominantly all on media, authority, casting, and what's celebrated as beauty. Most of the recognition of color comes within the caveat of, hey look at us, we're not being inclusive, which is not inclusive then." Mykie then replied by saying, "I think I mentioned this, but Peter has heard from several actor friends of his that they've been turned down repeatedly for roles because they are essentially too white. That Hollywood is mostly only looking for ethnically ambiguous now." Swoop then replied by saying, "Yeah, like I said, there's a small inclusivity trend, but it's nowhere near balanced." Mykie replies by saying, "But my point is, it looks to me like the opportunists are here more than ever for someone mixed." Going back to James Charles, Mykie sends a message that says, "Meanwhile, James is tweeting about combining his top looks for his 10 million videos as though I didn't do that for 3 million. Swoop replies back by saying, "Girl, you have a collab with James coming up. How many people can say that? And you're getting major views and recommends. Look at how you've been doing for months. I didn't even think you liked James, lol." Mykie replies back by saying, "That doesn't negate how frustrating it is." Swoop then shows a screenshot of a smaller creator by the name of Kenneth who's a black beauty boy of doing his makeup on a treadmill, and then 1 month later, Glam and Gore does the exact same video. And so he decided to call her out on Twitter, and he said the following in his tweet. He linked his video on Twitter and said, at Glam and Gore, hey, love you. Mykie then replied to him and said, "Baby, you don't follow me, and that's totally cool, but if you did, you know I'm the first to give credit where it is due when I'm recreating something. I have zero qualms with that. I haven't seen your video, but cool we both thought to do our makeup on a treadmill." Kenneth then replied and said, "Yeah, I don't follow you. Your work is sickening though. Just a huge coincidence that was brought to my attention by subscribers. Usually people do their research, etc. That is all. Great minds think alike. That's what they always say. Keep shining." Mykie then sends a message to Swoop and says, "Who is this dude and why is he so rude?" referring to Kenneth. She follows that up by saying, "I usually search for video ideas before I post just to make sure if someone else did it already, I put them in the description even if I really thought of it myself, just to avoid drama. I didn't search that one because I just assumed no one was weird enough to have wanted to do their makeup on a treadmill, lol, plus beauty gurus and fitness don't really cross. Go figure, the one time I don't, it's someone who wants to start drama." And then going back to talking about James Charles, Mykie says, "Why do people far less hardworking than me have 10 million plus subs and all the power that comes with it?" Swoop then shares a screenshot of text messages between James Charles and Mykie that Mykie sent to Swoop that reads, "Oh my god, James. 2 things. 1, my video I filmed earlier this week is about you, so the timing is funny. And 2, you had the exact same idea. I had to ask to do the exact thing you did for your video." James replied back by saying, "Who is this? I lost the number, I apologize, OMG. James then says, "I want to do something really dope with you for a video one day. We have to plan something super cool." Mykie replies back by saying, "Well, luckily it looks like we're on the same page with ideas, so I don't think it should be too hard for us." Mykie sends a message to Swoop and says, "But this, again," and then shares a screenshot of the message between her and James and says, "Like, you dude." Mykie then followed it up by saying, "I just showed you I asked blank to do the exact same thing you think your genius brain could have come up with by itself." And again with the quote, "We have to plan something super cool," end quote. Followed by, "I don't understand the fascination with him at all. It's kind of incredible that the fastest growing MUA in the beauty guru space are 2 men who are riddled with controversy." Swoop replied by saying, "It's how unfair this world and the industry is. Though of course there are many on the quote-unquote top with the 10 to 20 million who work their off to get a massive amount of hate. I think of Shane for one, even Jeffree." And then she captioned that by saying, "Sent before the recent scandals." That is everything for today's video, so like I said, definitely make sure you go and check out Swoop's video. I will link that down in the description, so you can definitely click on that and check that out. But let me know what you think about the entire situation down in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that big red subscribe button and hit the bell icon and set your notifications to all. That way you never miss a future upload. Alright, that's everything for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!